This is Lata Narwani from Mount Litra Z School, Jhansi. Children, we were discussing lesson metals and non-metals. Last time we had discussed the physical properties of metals and non-metals, and today we will be discussing chemical properties of metals and non-metals. So, in chemical properties, our first reaction is reaction with oxygen. So, almost all metals combine with oxygen to form metal oxides. Metal plus oxygen gives metal oxide. For example, magnesium reacts with oxygen, forms magnesium oxide, MgO. Copper reacts with oxygen, gives copper oxide, CuO, which is of black color. Aluminium reacts with oxygen, forming aluminium oxide. Now there is one activity. In this activity, we have to hold a piece of magnesium. Magnesium is of grey white color, with the help of tongs, and take it over the flame. Observation. What do we see? We find that magnesium ribbon burns with a dazzling white flame, and a solid white residue, which is also called ash, is formed. Now, what is this ash? Collect this ash and add water to it in a beaker with stirring. The ash dissolves in water. Now, test the above solution with blue and red litmus paper. We see that blue litmus paper remains unaffected and red litmus paper becomes blue. So what does this show? This shows that the above solution is basic in nature because bases change the red litmus into blue. Now what are the reactions here? The reactions are, first reaction is Mg plus O2 forms MgO, which is white ash, which is obtained when magnesium burns in air. Second, we collected this ash, magnesium oxide MgO, and dissolved in water H2O, and it forms magnesium hydroxide or MgOH twice. And when we inserted red litmus into this solution, magnesium hydroxide, then it's changed to blue color. So what does it show? It shows the conclusion drawn is that metallic oxides are basic in nature. Now what about non-metallic oxides? So as we have learned that metallic oxides are basic in nature, in the same way non-metallic oxides, they are acidic in nature. So if we take a non-metal like sulfur, sulfur is taken in a deflagellating spoon and burnt in air over flame. So sulfur dioxide, which is a gas, is formed. Now this sulfur dioxide is dissolved in water. This gas is dissolved in water, so it forms sulfurous acid. Now this sulfurous acid, when a blue litmus is inserted into this sulfurous acid solution, we see it changes to red, because in case of acids, blue litmus changes to red. So we conclude that non-metallic oxides like sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon dioxide, etc., they are acidic in nature. So metallic oxides are basic in nature, whereas non-metallic oxides, they are acidic in nature. Now reaction of metals with oxygen means all the metals, they do not react with same ease. Different metals, they react with different ease, and it depends on their nature. For example, metals like sodium and potassium, which are placed on the top of reactivity series, they react with oxygen very vigorously. Means the reaction is very fast, and it is so much fast that the reaction catches fire and they start burning even if they are kept in the air. Means simply if these metals sodium potassium are exposed in air, so they start burning. So in order to stop the reaction with oxygen or with moisture, carbon dioxide, these metals are stored in kerosene oil so that they may not react. So we conclude that sodium and potassium, they are highly reactive metals. Second types of metals are magnesium, aluminium and zinc. Magnesium, aluminium and zinc, they come just below sodium and potassium in the reactivity series. Now these metals, they do not react with oxygen at room temperature. They burn in air only on strong heating to form their corresponding oxides. For example, when magnesium is heated, burnt in air on strong heating, it reacts with oxygen, forms MgO or magnesium oxide. Similarly, aluminium burns in air, forms aluminium oxide. Zinc burns in air to form zinc oxide. So these reactions occur on strong heating. So these are second types of metals. When we come to third types of metals like iron and copper. Iron and copper do not burn even on strong heating. They react only on prolonged heating, means when they are heated for a long time, then they react with oxygen forming oxides. Iron reacts with oxygen forming iron 3 oxide. Similarly, copper reacts with oxygen forming copper 2 oxide. So these are the third category of metals. Now four types of metals like silver and gold. Silver and gold do not react with oxygen even at high temperatures. Means they do not react at all whether they are heated at very high temperatures. So the conclusion drawn here is that the reactivity order of the metals is here. Sodium is highly reactive, which is more reactive than magnesium, which in turn is more reactive than aluminium, which is more reactive than zinc, which is more reactive than iron, then copper, silver, gold. So this is the reactivity order of the metals. Next topic is amphoteric metals. What are amphoteric metals? Generally metal oxides are basic in nature, but aluminium and zinc oxides, they are amphoteric in nature, means they show acidic as well as basic nature, means they can react with both. They can react with acids to form salt and water, as well as they can react with bases to form salt and water. For example, aluminium oxide Al2O3 reacts with HCl, forms AlCl3, aluminium chloride and water. When it reacts with a base, Al2O3 reacts with 2NaOH, forms again a salt, sodium aluminate, NaAlO2 plus water. So here aluminium oxide is an amphoteric oxide. Second example is zinc oxide. Zinc oxide is also amphoteric in nature. First, it can react with acid like HCl, forms zinc chloride and water. Secondly, it can react with base like NaOH, again forms salt, sodium zincate, Na2ZnO2 and water. So when these aluminium oxide and zinc oxide, they react with acids, they are showing basic nature, and when these react with bases, they show acidic nature. So these two are amphoteric oxides. So children, this is all for today. Thank you.